I'm Jam. I'm the owner and the main barista of Overclocked Coffee Shop. I live here in Laoag City, and I'm a 26 years old quality engineer. And yeah, that's me. So the business started last year. It started with an impulsive decision of me deciding to buy either a car or investing into a machine to pursue my hobby, which is coffee. And yeah, so I bought a machine, which is Breville, and that machine was supposed to be my machine just for me, just for my room, my coffee hobby. And then I decided, why not make it into a business? Because I'm spending a lot of money. A big chunk of my salary, my income was going just for coffee. So I started selling bottled drinks last May. And I didn't expect it to be like that. It will grow, the demands were getting high, and it was actually a pressure already for me to upgrade my machine. And then my next step was, I felt bad because I didn't have any professional training, and I wanted my product to have the best, if not the best, at least proper quality. And so yeah, I invested into entering classes. I went to train with the masters in EDSA BDG for me to gain a professional training as a barista. I also trained with Miss Ross of Commune, and all of those trainings, those were my basically stepping stone into opening a cafe, not just selling bottled drinks, but open a cafe, which is Overclocked now. And well, that's it. That's how the business started. Overclocked, the story behind the name Overclocked is, it is a term in my profession. So I'm a graduate of computer engineering, and well, I work as a quality engineer now. And when we talk about computers, there's this thing that computer lovers do, which is they overclock their computers, either their video card or their processor. And the term overclock basically means if you overclock something, you tweak the settings or even the hardware, you modify those things to make it perform better. And for me, it was out of inuman lang. One night, I was with my friends and I thought about it, like, coffee is just like what overclocks me. It makes my day better because it allows me to... It's like a drink that ramps up my mood. And then it allows me to perform better, basically. So I named my coffee shop Overclocked. What makes Overclocked unique is basically it's very common for me to say the design, the rustic design, the feel, the vibe. But what I really think that makes Overclocked unique is me as the owner being so passionate about coffee. It's not just a business that sells, it's not just a coffee shop that sells coffee. It's a coffee shop that tends to interact with its customers, shares knowledge about coffee. And I think that's the very thing that differentiates Overclocked from other coffee shops. The interaction between me as the main barista, the owner, to other people, which are my customers. Even other baristas from other coffee shops visits me, and I learn from them as well. They learn from me. I let them brew their coffee here. And I think that's what makes my cafe different from the others. It's the interaction between me as the owner and the barista to my customers and to my fellow baristas and brewers. Well, here in Overclocked, we have multiple signature drinks already, and most of them are available most of the time. But of course, they are seasonal. The first ever signature drink that I made is called Magic. And this drink is a mocktail, basically. I was inspired by the beach presso of Clean Beach. Because they are my mentors, I was inspired by that drink. And I said, why not make it into a signature drink, make a little bit of a twist out of it. So that's what I did. I was sitting at our backyard looking at this tree that we have, which we call perres. And it's very unique here in Ilocos because this tree has a scent of banana. And I realized, why not make a syrup out of it? So that's what I did. And then yeah, so it's my first ever signature drink that sold out pretty quickly because it was really new here in Ilocos. It's a combination of perres lime syrup and then with soda, and then on top of that I pour the espresso and then garnish it with a slice of lemon or slice of that perres syrup that I made. So yeah, that's what I would recommend first. Another signature drink that is one of my best sellers is Paris. So Paris is a cinnamon soda espresso. So out of that magic signature drink that I made, another idea came to my mind, and this was when I visited Manila and then went to Clean Beach again in La Union. I had this idea of thinking, what else can I make out of soda and espresso? So, I mean, it's a weird combination if you think of it, soda and then coffee, but I tried and it worked, basically. Other people even add soda or tonic water or carbonated water to their alcohol, so why not make it with coffee? And then I had this already on hand, a cinnamon syrup that I made, and I asked my mentors, is there any better way for me to extract the flavors from the cinnamon? So they helped me. And then there's this suggestion from one of the masters there in the studio, Edsa BDG, that why not try make something like Magic but with cinnamon and then make it into a bigger drink. So Paris was made because of that discussion with them. And I realized that yeah, it works. So I made the Paris, which is a cinnamon syrup, which I make myself as well, and then ice, soda, and then espresso. So that's the second signature drink that I would recommend. Last signature drink that I would recommend is Venus, or what we first called Castle a la Cat. So this drink was really not my original idea. It's actually common, but I made it into my signature because I do my own syrup. I tested a lot of ratios, and then yeah, basically it worked with my own recipe now. So Castle a la Cat is a cold drink which is a cinnamon Spanish latte. The name Castle a la Cat was the first name of Venus because this was the customized order of Miss Catriona Gray when she visited my cafe. So she didn't look at my menu and then she asked for a Spanish latte that has cinnamon in it. So that was out of my menu. And actually, I pulled 3 shots before handing her coffee because I want to taste it first before giving it to her. So after those 3 shots, the last one was really good, And then I served it to her and explained it to her. So yeah, that's the third signature drink that I would recommend. Castle Alecat, or which is now known as Venus. So the ambience here at Overclocked is, well, we are showcasing nature, wood, basically, and I want my customers to feel, the vibe that I want them to feel is, it's like you're in a jungle or you're in a garden outside the province. So whenever you enter here at our place, Grand Octagon, you feel like you're not in the province. You feel like you're in a camping spot, basically. Wherein you hear minimal sound of trucks, cars, and the smell of the air is fresher because you're surrounded with mahogany trees, you're surrounded with a lot of plants. We often see butterflies here and birds, a lot of birds are flying around. So that's the kind of vibe that you experience here in Overclock. So, yeah.
Ever since, coffee lover talaga, DJT, at first talaga household, kinubingam di agkap-kape. But, mula, syempre, mga instant, mga ganon. And then, paglaki mo, you explore, syempre, kasama dyan pagka lumalabas ka, sarakin di bagi kapim, so ag-explore kami, di ba? So, DJ, na try mo different coffee, tatan, naimas, different Kat Manila or other places out of town, overseas. Kasi ngayon, no nagsubligan to man di hometown mo, sarasarakin man ti kapen nga kaslang kape di other lugar. So di jaya ka nag-start nga kada business. Takayat ko nga adda coffee nga maramramanak from other places na umay met dito yung hometown ko. So, yon dun nag-start yung business. Pero before nga the business, we have the love for coffee and passion, di ba?
Bali dakam ngamin indigin Robin kin Carlagot hang kampay nga close idi kini Robin. Bali ti nagkadkadwami nga talaga gapot kape. DJ tapos DJ iso na ti talaga nga kastay de adot amuna idin. So adot amuna idin tapos good siyak namin hindi ka anak kaslangkit ko nga ipadas kasi nag-wide gayam ti spectrum ti kape. Tapos DJ nagsarsarita kam na tangin Robin din ipadas taman ti kasi nangalak di flare di mo na ipadas taman di ito'y kastoy di beans dito'y kasi tapos DJ nang inut lat tayo din nga taytan ay ipadas tayo ti ag pop up kas lang coffee tasting kadigi babarkada tayo. Tas DJ bigla nga adda nga nag-story nga may sa nga barkada bigla mga adulat time may idin ka DJ. So, basically, datay amin, di ba? Coffee lover. Di, nag-start tayo amin college nga need tayo ti kape kasi for the requirements. Lalo di thesis areas tayo. And then, pagpatak ng work life, in-try ko isardeng kasi nagpa-Manila ako. Pero, hindi kami nagpa-Manila ako. Siyempre, starting salary medyo sakto-sakto lang. So, in-try ko isardeng coffee. Pero, once medyo stable di work ko di Manilan, so di ay, in-introduce di boss ko di coffee industry kanyak. Medyo, hindi ko na libre-libre pa ilang ide. Tapos, di ay, nag-i-introduce ko na ti groups, kada videos. So di ay mo ito yung nahalakrik ulit. And then, naitama nga, di ay, pandemic, di ba? So, at time ko, lalo kanyak ide. Kasi di work ko, medyo lax kadigay nga panahon. Kasi from US-based DI, so at time ko di buya videos. So medyo nagbalinak nga pandemic brewer. And then after that, after few months, so di nagawid ako. And then timunak dinamag kadigay amamuk dito yung Ilocos. Sinot mo yung mabaling pagalanti beans nga may quality na. So di dati na amamuk, so ti in-recommend na yung Myk so di Ilocos Coffee Plus. So after DI today nagalaalak ti kape kanya na saggeysa pa ila ide. Yung idi ko ngamin after saggeysa agayaba yung barkadak kasi jak mo kay ang solok lang agayabak so DI. So umantadot order kung idi ko na nakayatak mo di community nga mararamid. And then after DI, medyo sim mga sangan, tapos naarami di Nomad din.
So the future plans for Overclocked Coffee Shop is basically, number one, of course, this should expand. Not in the sense that expand in the sense of having another branch or whatsoever. What I mean by expand is expand in the sense that I wanna serve more. So I invested into offering pop-ups in events, like if you have weddings, birthdays, or whatnot, and you want your people to experience, your customers or your guests to experience my coffee, I'm ready. So that's the step that I'm taking right now. And then for my long-term plans, I want Overclocked to be like the other coffee shops in Manila that I know were in. Other baristas can host sessions, cupping sessions, brewing sessions, or even competitions here in Ilocos Norte. So that, I mean, community growth. Like, we want at least sometime this year, we want someone from Ilocos Norte to represent our province in the nationwide level in the competition, so that at least we have a representative going outside our province. Wherein, when you talk about coffee community, it's not only in the metro, it's also here in the province, and we wanna showcase as well our talents when it comes to coffee, not only in brewing but also in roasting and farming coffee. So in the future, that's my long-term plan. I hope that my coffee shop grows as a place for other brewers to train, to do their sessions, and to basically have fun with other coffee brewers. So yeah. To my fellow Ilocanos, this is Overclocked, specialty coffee shop here in Ilocos Norte. Please come and try. Just give it a try. I serve specialty coffee, wherein all of my beverages, everything in my menu, my signature drinks are made with specialty coffee beans. Most of the time, I use specialty coffee beans by EDSA BDG, DMT, and I use different beans from them. So the quality is really there, but I hope you get a chance, or you give it a chance basically, to taste my coffee. My coffee shop is located here in front of Laoag City General Hospital, located at the Pavilion building of Grand Octagon Resort. You can visit my page at Facebook and Instagram, Overclocked Coffee, and you can also contact me with my number, +63 917 169 9984.